Middle Country patrons. My name is Amber Gagliardi. I'm a librarian at the Middle Country Public Library, and today I'm going to lead you through this project on how to make candles. So the candles we're going to make today are beeswax candles, and I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment, but you should have picked up your kit already. In your kit, you received the beeswax pellets. What's nice about the beeswax pellets is that they're small, so they don't take as long to melt. So you pick those up and you have enough for 2 candles, and that's in this container. Also in your kit, you got 2 mason jars. So you got one of these, and then you actually got these wee jars that we collected and cleaned up. So it's a good way to upcycle. If you have more of these and you like this project, you can certainly save these wee candles. They're perfect, they're a good size, and you can make more. You got a craft stick, which is really helpful to stir your wax, and I'm gonna give you a couple tips on that. You got these stickers that hold the wick down. If you decide to make more and you don't have these, you can also use hot glue, but these are nice for this project and they're double-sided. So I'll show you how to make those as well. You also got these candle wicks, which are longer than you need. So I'll show you how to cut those down, but you should have got 4 in your kit. You probably have more than you need, but just in case one breaks or you want to make more, you have a couple extra. You got these clothespins, which are going to be super helpful. I'll show you how to use those. You got these washi tape stickers. They're the perfect size for the top of your mason jar. We cut these out on our Cricut machine, so they're fun and add a little color to your project. And you also got these chalkboard vinyl stickers. These will fit right here on your mason jar. If you use chalk, you can go ahead and change this up so you can reuse them, or you could use a Sharpie and just go ahead and write a message on it or label your candle and write whatever you want. So I'll give you a couple ideas on how to do that. The things that you'll need that are not in your kit are essential oils. So essential oils will give it a scent. The beeswax itself doesn't have too much of a scent. I read a couple articles that said there's just a brief hint of honey in it, but if you want a strong smelling candle, you can go ahead and get some essential oils. This is a kit that I got. It has peppermint, shortbread, and fig in it. So you can find essential oils anywhere, any Bath and Body stores, so you can pick those up. And I just got a set of 3. You certainly don't need 3, you only need 1, but I decided to do that. You'll want a pair of scissors handy to cut down your wick. And if you have some markers, you can use those to decorate. And I also purchased a double boiler. So this will sit right on top of the saucepan, which I already have going. I'll show you how to do that. I got this from Amazon. It was $11. So you can do this or you could make your own. But I found this to be really helpful because the wax does stick in here. Okay, so the first step of this project is to pour your beeswax pellet into your double boiler. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll go over to the stove. Okay, so I've already started to boil my water. I put about 2 cups in here. You can turn it down a bit so the smoke's not in your face. And what you're going to want to do is set your double boiler right over your saucepan. And you'll go right in. This one's nice. It sits right in here. And you can see that the steam is starting to come out. Now, you'll really want to keep an eye on this. It is going to take some time, but you're going to want to use your craft stick and stir it. Now, the first time I did this, I did use a wooden spoon, but you can see that you do get quite a bit of wax buildup. So I found using this craft stick or a chopstick, you don't get as much buildup. So you'll want to go ahead and stir it and wait for it to melt. Now this is going to take about 10 minutes to melt the pellets. So get it set up. And then when you're waiting for it to melt, keep an eye on it, but you can go ahead and get your candles set up. So let's go back over here and I'll show you how to set up the wick. Now in your kit, some people got this bigger mason jar and some people got this short one, but they really all do the same thing. So I'm going to show you using the wee jar in this smaller mason jar here. What you want to do is take your wick stickers and you will go ahead and stick them right on the bottom of the mason jar. And then there's another top piece that you'll just want to peel right off. And I'll go ahead and set 2 of them up. Just have to stick your hand in there. And you'll want to stick your wick in. And you just press down. You can also use your craft stick to just make sure it's nice and secure to the tape. Okay, so take your other one, get that all ready, and get it all set up. Now you're gonna go ahead and put the wax right in here. And I'll show you this when I'm doing the wax, but what you'll do is you'll use your clothespin to hold it so it's nice and straight. So you will not want that in when you're pouring the wax, but make sure it's handy so it'll start to harden really quick. So then you can go ahead and keep it nice and straight. So your candle wick is right in the middle of your candle and burns nice. So let's go take a look and see how our wax is doing. Okay, it's starting to melt. I'm going to turn my heat up just a little bit here. And it does take some time. So you can see it's starting to melt. I'm going to move it around. Okay, and when it's ready, it's going to be completely liquefied, which it's not even close to yet. So we'll go over and show you some more decorations. Okay, you can see on this candle that I already have with this wee jar, I went ahead and I just freehanded a Grinch face. So that is something that you can do, or you can do a design. I just used a black Sharpie for this and it stays really nice. So that's one idea that you can do. You also got these washi tape stickers that I was showing you. So these fit perfectly on the top of your mason jar lid. So it's a nice way to add a decoration. It's hard to see where the circle's cut out, but I swear it's there. So you can go ahead and add that. And it fits perfectly in the middle. So you'll still have an edge around here, but that's where the washi sticker will stick. So that goes right there. And your top will go back on once your jar is done. And on your this larger mason jar, you can actually see that there's a circle. And I measured it in the Cricut machine, used a Cricut machine to cut this out. So this is also a vinyl sticker, and you can just peel that off right here. And it fits perfectly. So you can write the scent that's on there. So if you're making a bunch of these and you want to go ahead and write, you know, cinnamon, peppermint, whatever scent is there, you can do that. Or you can make a message or write something to somebody. So that's a fun way to personalize it and make it a gift. So we got our candle wicks ready. Everything is looking good. Let's go back over and check out our wax here. Okay, it's starting. Once it starts to melt, it starts to melt. So that's a good thing. And it's starting to go. And we're going to go ahead and continue to stir it until it's completely ready. You're going to want to bring your essential oils over to where your stove is. So I'm going to go ahead and grab mine. And you'll add your essential oils within the double boiler itself. So let's go ahead and keep stirring. Now, what you can do, it does take some time. So the more you put in, the longer it's going to take. So you can decide whether you want to put your whole entire beeswax pellets in, the whole container we gave you, or you could break it up into batches. I did break it up into batches. I only did half of what's in there, and this is going to make one candle. So okay, so when it's almost melted, you're going to want to add your essential oils. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and make it peppermint. Now, one thing you can do is add coconut oil. I do not have coconut oil, but if you have some, go ahead and add a couple tablespoons. It will actually hold the scent for you. I did not use coconut oil in my other candles, and I thought they still have a nice fragrance to them. So you don't have to do that, but you can. So I have these little doppers. I'm just going to go ahead and add about 5 drops of peppermint essential oil and continue to stir. Now I'm going to add that before it's completely melted, just so it's dispersed within the candle and it has a nice scent the whole time. Well, it's almost melted, so almost ready to pour it in. Okay. Just one little piece left. So I'm just going to stir it around. Almost there. Okay. I'm just going to turn my stove way down. And you'll want to carefully take your hot wax over to your candles. Now I wanted a lot of light for this video, but you can certainly have your candles nice and close so you don't have to travel with hot wax. So the key is to slowly pour this into your candle. If you pour it too quickly, you can get some sinkholes in there. And a sinkhole is essentially a hole within your candle. So when you go to burn it, it's not going to burn evenly, and it's certainly not going to make a nice gift for a friend. So nice and slow. Pour it right in. And this is where you take your clothespin. There's a little hole right in the middle, and you set that on top of your candle, and it's going to harden and it's going to be perfectly straight. So that's going to be really nice for you. So go ahead and position it. Don't move it around too much because then your wax is going to get uneven. So you're going to let it sit. And if you have the time, let it sit for a couple hours. That's really helpful just to make sure your wax doesn't move around. I did a bunch of these and it is pretty hard within a half an hour, but if you have the time, go ahead and let it sit. Now this one you can see I ran out of wax. That is fine. You can still add more wax on top. So if you just did a small batch and you want to go ahead and add it, you can. That's no problem. And this one I made a while ago. It needs more wax, but all you would have to do is it's nice and straight. You would just go ahead and clip the top. So you can do that. Just make sure that you keep track of the scent you put in because you won't want to pour a different scent on top of this. So I know this one was shortbread, so I'm going to go ahead and make a batch using that same essential oil. So that's a tip because I did forget one time. And like I said, pour nice and slow, especially if you have a bigger candle, because then it can start to create a sinkhole in here. And the key is to make sure your wax is not too hot when you pour it in. That's a mistake I made. So what you would want to do is if you made a small batch like me using half of what we gave you, it's enough for one candle. And then I'm going to go ahead and repeat this step, make another batch and pour it into this one. Once they're all done, you go ahead and clip the wick, and then you'll have a perfect candle. This is one that I made. I'm burning it. It smells great. You can go ahead and decorate it. Like I said, you also got a little raffia in your kit. So on your mason jar, you could hot glue it around or just tie it. And again, it makes a great gift for the holidays. So again, you should have two. If you want to make more, there's a lot of kits out there. The beeswax pellets you can order from Amazon. Also places like Michael's and Joann's certainly have candle making kits. So I hope you have a lot of fun with this. If you have any questions or you run into problems or want to share your project with me, you can go ahead and email me at gagliardiamber@mcpllibrary.org. And I hope you really enjoyed this project. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great night.